Hello curl friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Jody and it's great to have you join me today. I apologize if I sound sinusy. It's because I am. A lingering kind of cold effects that just aren't going away. But anyways, that's not what we're here for. We are here for another curly hair video, and this one in particular I am doing an influenced by the influencer. This week's curly hair influencer I come to know through Instagram, and her handle is curlyfitmom. So we're going to look at her routine, her styling routine. I think this is kind of like her go-to routine, and we're going to try that on my hair. Now her hair is a little bit different than mine. I believe her hair is more coarse and she has a slightly bit different curl pattern. Other than that, I don't know any other differences necessarily, but let's just try this out. I have my phone set up over here, stuck on my mirror, and I'm going to watch the video with you, and then we are going to begin the styling routine.
Last week in style was straight up fire. It lasted me 9 days. So I'm going to walk you through exactly what I did, what I used, and we're going to hope for the same results. Are you ready? I made sure my hair was really clean, okay? I can share those details later, but I truly believe this Soothe and Restore Restorative Protein Mask has been making my hair so happy to use it as a rinse out conditioner. It's amazing. I believe this is magic.
For starters, she talks about her hair lasting 9 days. I can guarantee my hair won't last 9 days. My scalp just doesn't enjoy not washing it for 9 days, so I'm not going to try to put it to that kind of test, but I did make sure my scalp was really clean. I went in with AG's Balance and Boost system here for the shampoo and conditioner. That system does give me an excellent cleanse. And then I went in with, I didn't have the same product she had from Traylux, but I did go in with the Yanasi Restorative Hair Mask. I know she used her treatment as like just a regular rinse out conditioner. I messed up on that. I used a rinse out conditioner and I used this as a mask, but I think it'll be okay. This, by the way, is one of my favorite hair masks, so I think it was another good choice regardless.
All right, I've got to make sure my hair is the right amount of wet. And usually I add a little extra water in, and I want to listen for a little bit of squish. A little bit of squish.
Okay, so I had my hair very soaking wet earlier. It was dripping. It's dried out. My hair dries pretty fast. My hair might dry faster than her hair. I'm not really sure. We're going to listen to see if I have that squish. Not as much as I would like, so I'm going to go in with more water. I usually like to style on soaking wet hair, like maybe not quite dripping, but just a little shy of that. So I'm going to get both sides saturated here. Since my hair is quite long, it does take a lot, it seems like. Okay, now we have that squish.
Then we're going to go in with the first product. This is AG Recoil. It is a curl activator. So it's a cream, but not really. It almost has more of a gel-like consistency, and it has what I like to call a little bit of grit. It gives your curls structure. So what I'm going to do is take this. You can see I've emulsified it. I'm going to rake it in and go through and coat all my hair, and then I go and I smooth to make sure I'm really getting this into my curl.
All right, so I have the AG Recoil. I have all the other styling products, by the way. So we are going to go in with this. If you notice, she went in with a very small amount. And I've recently used this, and I probably used more than she did, but that time I used it as a single styler. I think that video, I'm not sure exactly when these videos are coming out, but I did do a side-by-side of this one and another AG cream. If that video is out, I will leave that linked in the cards. But we are going to go in with a very small amount. She has the new packaging. I do not, but I'm just going to go in with what I have. So go rub that through my hands. You'll see it gives me a very white cast. I have more cast on my hands than she does, but we're just going to spread this all throughout. Ooh, my phone is sliding. And then she smooths her hair down. Smooths it down. She doesn't flip over side to side as much as I am doing, at least not in this stage of the video, so maybe I should keep myself a little bit more still. I'll try that. My instinct is to flip from side to side though. Normally at this point I would be brush styling my hair then. I would just brush this cream through give myself the definition I want, and then apply the rest of my stylers. But that's not what she does, so let's continue on with her routine.
Next up, product number 2 is the Anasi Curl Sculpting Glaze. I'm going to start with 2 pumps. I'm going to get it all over these little hands, and I'm going to do the same thing I just did with the recoil. I'm going to gently go over and make sure I use my fingers and just get it in there. Root, so I start right up there. I don't like touch my scalp, but I make sure it is all coated. If you're getting a lot of frizz up here, you can even smooth like this, guys. Get the gel up there if you are not getting as much hold. All right, one more pump, flip sides. We're gonna go over here, do the same thing, and just make sure it feels like I got this product all over.
All right, now she has the full-size bottle of this and I do not, so she grabbed 2 pumps. I'm gonna try to grab what she grabbed. Okay, I'm gonna go in with that amount, and I will keep in mind that she did, when she flipped over, she did go in with a little bit more. So we're just going to begin raking this through, trying to get it all over. Really, I'm gonna focus on smoothing up here too, because yes, I do get frizz. I get halo frizz, and I don't think I can ever get rid of all halo frizz. I just don't think that's attainable for me. I don't think it's realistic, but we want to try to keep it at a minimum. Working it through. All right, I'm ready to flip, get a little bit more on my hands. I don't want to go in with too much though, because there is another styling product. So I'm just going in with just a very tiny amount. Once I like smooth my hair over though, like that, my hair is kind of plastered to my head and it's resistant to the flipping. So we're just going to try to kind of smooth that down again too. Okay, moving on to the next part of the routine.
This brush, I believe, has been a huge game changer for definition, clumping, and even just volume, all right? So this is how I brush style. I start at the front, and I just pull up. Look at that. Look at the separation in the clumps. Then I grab right behind it. I don't section, okay? I just keep this super simple. And I just grab the next section back here. Same thing. Brush a few times, then you want to get the clumps. See that? Okay. I'm going to go back. Same thing. Until I get all the way down the back. You can see what we're doing here. Hopefully that's in the frame. And then this last section here. Okay. All right. Then I go under here. Okay. Shake. Shake. Repeat underneath on this side. Little shake. I'm going to toss it back. A little pull and shake. And then we go in for the scrunch. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's looking good.
All right, I'm going to go in with the brush styling, but I just want to squeeze my hair to see if I still hear that squish. And I don't hardly, like it's barely there. So I'm going to go in with more water, because I always find it's essential to have plenty of water in my hair when I am brush styling. I know I'm following her routine, but I do think, like I said before, alluded to before, my hair dries out faster than hers, I'm pretty sure. I've tried this routine before, actually, not on camera, and I'm going to see if my results is the same as I got like the first several times that I've tried this. I did go through a phase where I just wanted to be very simple with my styling routine. And I will say I did go back to my normal brush styling. So if that gives you any kind of indication, but let's just see what we're going to get. Oh, let's see if we got the squish. Okay, yeah, we've got the squish back. So we are going to be okay, let's see, how does she do this? She does it from, she focuses on the front here. She smooths it through a couple times. Oh, my hair's long. It's a little hard to do this. She doesn't section, but she kind of grabs sections. I'm gonna try it from the back though. I feel like that might be a little bit easier. I need longer arms, you guys. Do any of you have really long hair? I find it difficult to brush style. I mean, this Curly Fit Mom lady has pretty long hair, but it's not quite as long as mine. And I love my long hair. I've really been enjoying it, but it does make for some difficult situations sometimes. Okay, I can still feel some little tangles in that, so we gotta smooth that some more. All right. I think I have 2 more sections back here. I should be showing you the back end. Oops, the hair caught. We have a snag, folks. All right, that time it went through. Get the underside here. All right, and I'm going to just kind of shake to keep it loose. And then brush this underside. All right, loosen it up.
All right, now it's time to scrunch in the magical Trailux High Definition Gel. I am almost out of this, and it is such a sad day. I hope I have enough for this style. I am gonna have to go to Whole Foods today and get some. All right, so this is where we scrunch. And I want to I try and like preserve, like you kind of see how the curls are, and you just kind of scrunch with the coil. I don't know, guys. And don't be afraid. We're just gonna hope for the best. I'm gonna use a wet microfiber towel to microplop, and what this does is get the moisture out, but you kind of keep the product in, and it helps your curls dry faster with less flash frizz. Helps your curls dry faster with less flash frizz.
All right, so now we're going to scrunch in this gel, the Trailux High Definition Gel. And it's been a long time since I've used this. So do I still have the squish sound? Pretty good. I'm gonna wet my hair down though some more. I'm telling you folks, she dries fast. And that lady had a lot of squish in her hair when she was doing it. So I'm just trying to keep things as similar as possible. She went in with what I feel like was quite a bit. So I'm just gonna be a little bit more conservative, I feel like, in my how much I apply. And she doesn't really rake this through. She just scrunches it in. So here we go. You know what? I might go in with a little bit more. Since I'm not like raking it through, I'm not as evenly distributing it, and I'm not worried about it because she went in with plenty, like I said. I'm sorry I'm not in frame as much. Maybe if I stand up on my tippy toes. I don't really want to adjust the camera too much right now because I'll get my goopy hands all over it. All right, now I don't have the towel that she has, but I do have a t-shirt towel that I have kind of dried my hair off with a little bit. Not a ton. I didn't take much of the water out of my hair when I first got it wet. So we're just going to scrunch a little bit of that up. Shaking my head, kind of trying to loosen up my hair from my head. It's not sticking as badly as it was earlier. All right, I think we're to the final part here.
Certainly not least, we're going to do a little bit of the Bounce Curl hairspray. I try and focus on my ends And then later on when I'm diffusing, I'll kind of get up in my roots. Time to diffuse. I'm not going to show that part. I have lots of diffusing videos. Crossing my fingers. This turns out.
All right, so I do have the Bounce Curl hairspray. I have the older packaging. Imagine that. I don't use this very often because if you know me at all, I don't really use what they call wet hairsprays or working hairsprays. I tend to use an aerosol hairspray at the end. So let's just spray this. She says she focuses it on the ends, but I did see her do a spray up top. No, I didn't see her flip and do this, but I'm gonna assume she did and just didn't catch that on camera. And she says that she goes in with this then as she's diffusing, so a little bit more up at the root. So that's what I will do. I'm going to diffuse off camera and I will be back and I'll show you these results. Let's hope for the best. All right, girlfriends, I am back with my hair still in the cast. And let me tell you, as I was drying my hair, this was the strongest cast I've had. Maybe the only thing that comes close to it is the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Hard Hold Gel. Like if you get too much of that, that probably was pretty similar. But I still have quite a bit of cast. I did go in with more hairspray as she had made mention to while I was drying, like halfway through. I kind of focused that on my roots, not on the ends. I'm not sure if I should have done that or not, but we're trying to stay with what she did as much as possible. And so I am going to, I'm debating, should I add oil? I have a lot of product in my hair, I feel like I could feel a fair amount of product. I think I'm just going to try to break it apart without an oil right now, and then if I feel like I need to add oil, I might. Okay, so I'm just going to like smooth this down. And I'm going to flip upside down and scrunch. Got a hair in my eye here. Going to clap. We're pulling out all the tricks, folks. Clap this cast out. It's releasing. I can definitely feel that it is releasing. And I don't know if she used any kind of sealant, like any serum or oil at the end of her routine. There was no mention of that. So I'm gonna just break up this curl clump a little bit. I still feel like my roots have a bit of a cast to them. Something like it's feeling a little bit, not heavy, not weighed down, but it's feeling a little bit resistant to the movement, if that makes sense. All right, curl friends, my part is struggling a little bit today, but that's okay. Let's take a look at my hair, at my results here. Do you notice some differences in how my hair normally behaves versus how it's looking today? All right, I got a little bit more volume doing it this side. All right, I do notice some visual differences right off the bat, so let's just go over those. My curl pattern is different. When I don't use the brush to like brush style to get those ribbon curls and do sections, I don't get as tight of a spiral. And especially in the winter time, I'm not gonna get as tight of a spiral even when I do my regular brush styling routine typically, but I can get it, like I can achieve that maybe like right up top, because right up in this region, if I flip it on the other side, it would be here too. This region does stay curlier, but with this brush styling, I mean, it's wavy, it's got a curl to it, but it's not like that spiral pattern that I am known to get up here. I guess maybe I should pull myself in here a little bit more so you can see. Now, I do have some frizz in my hair. It's defined as far as like, I don't have a ton of frizz throughout. There is curl definition, or whatever you want to call this wave type pattern. But I do have some frizz. I was a little surprised by that because with the cast that I had, I thought there would be no chance for any frizz. But I did do a pretty aggressive scrunch and fluffing up. So we're gonna blame it on that. I don't think it has to do with how she did her routine necessarily. My curls don't look bad. It's just not what I'm used to having. So let me turn around to give you guys a look at what this looks like from the back. Surprisingly, with all the products that I use, my hair doesn't really feel weighed down. Like I did say that I could feel product on my hair, but now that I've scrunched it out, I do feel maybe a slight bit of product on my hair, but it's not like a bad producty feeling at all, in my opinion. And I was a little bit nervous about that because what did I go in? I went in with a cream. I went in, that's kind of a heavier cream too. As she says, it gives a bit of a grit, it gives a bit of texture to your hair. And if I go in too heavy with that, that will definitely weigh my hair down. I have had that happen in the past and it's left a producty feeling. But I went in with that cream. I went in with the Anasi gel, I went in with Tralux gel, and I went in with a fair amount of those gels each. And then I went in with the Bounce Curl hairspray. So that is a fair amount of product, and my hair feels really good though with all that product that I have on. Like this is a good type feeling. This is a controlled type feeling that I enjoy. Still lightweight. It doesn't feel like it's, like I said before, it doesn't feel like it's weighed down. It's just my curl pattern I'm not overall happy with. And this was the experience that I had before when I did this type of brush styling. It's not bad. Like if I want a fast routine, I don't really care with how my curls are going to look, just so I have like some curl, this would be fine to do. But on a day-to-day, how I prefer to wear my hair is not something I typically prefer. I could try this out in the summertime, but I think I already have. I think when I was first experimenting with this and toying with the idea of bringing this to you, I'm pretty sure I did this in the summertime and still got this kind of curl pattern. So let me know what you think of this in the comments down below. Have you tried this type of brush styling? Are you a person to even brush style at all? Do you like the ribbon type curls and really go in section by section? Or are you more of a fast, just brush the product through, which is what I would kind of consider this to be? Are you one of those kind of people, you know, just a little bit more faster of a routine with the brush? Or do you even use a brush at all? Maybe you're one of those people that just prefer to rake the product through with your fingers and hands and kind of smooth things over that way. I've tried that and I get like a similar results, although I think this one's a little bit better. Let me know what your preferred styling routine is. I'd love to hear from you. So until I see you again in the next video, have a great day. Bye.